Fox is rich. Very rich. He has more rabbits than he can count. More than the Fox Hospital needs. More than the Fox schools need. More than the Fox roads need. And yet somehow, at the end of every year, Fox pays almost nothing back to the forest. Nobody knows how. Nobody can prove anything. Fox just smiles. Every fox in the forest pays taxes. That is the deal. The Fox government collects a portion of every fox's rabbits. Those rabbits pay for roads, schools, hospitals, the bridge over the river that everyone uses. A regular fox working at the acorn factory pays his share automatically. It comes out before he even sees it. A rich fox, however, has options. Outside the forest, there are other territories. Small ones. Quiet ones. Places with very few foxes and very few rules. These territories want rich foxes to show up. So they make a deal. Bring your rabbits here. We will ask very little in return. No questions. No audits. No sharing information with the forest government. Rich Fox listens carefully. Rich Fox is very interested. He sets up a small burrow there. On paper, that is where he lives. On paper, that is where his rabbit business operates. In reality, he still lives in his mansion in the forest. He just mails a letter once a year to an address in a cave he has never visited. This is not illegal. That is the part that stings. Rich Fox hired a team of very clever foxes called accountants. The accountants found every hole in the forest's tax rules. Every gap. Every loophole that was never closed because the foxes who write the rules also happen to be rich foxes. The rabbit money flows like this. Rich Fox's company is technically owned by a holding company. The holding company is registered in the quiet territory. The quiet territory charges almost no tax. The profits travel there on paper. Then they sit. Quietly. Growing. Meanwhile, the acorn factory worker pays 30%. Every year. Without options. Here is the number that changes everything. The forest is not alone. This is happening in every forest. Everywhere. Economists estimate that somewhere between 8 and 10% of all the world's household wealth is hidden in tax havens. That is roughly $10 trillion sitting in caves that governments cannot touch. 10 trillion. The Fox schools are underfunded. The Fox hospitals have waiting lists. The Fox roads have holes in them. And $10 trillion is sitting very quietly in a cave, earning interest, paying almost nothing. When Rich Fox does not pay, someone else has to. The Fox government still needs rabbits to function. So it raises taxes on the foxes who cannot leave. The regular ones. The ones without accountants. The ones whose entire operation fits inside one forest. Or it cuts services. Fewer teachers. Smaller hospitals. Older roads. Either way, the acorn factory fox pays the price for a problem he did not create and cannot escape. Rich Fox, meanwhile, just opened a second cave in a different quiet territory. Diversification, he calls it. Some forests are fighting back. A group of the world's largest economies agreed in 2021 to a global minimum corporate tax rate of 15%. The idea is simple. No matter where a company pretends to live, it pays at least 15% somewhere. It is not perfect. 15% is still far below what most regular foxes pay. And enforcement is slow. And not every territory signed on. But it is the first time most of the forest agreed that the cave trick needed to stop. Rich Fox's accountants are already looking for new caves. But the caves are getting smaller. The forest fixed the bridge last year. They said it was expensive. They were right. It cost the forest 1.2 billion rabbits. Apple, Google, and Meta alone shifted an estimated $1.5 trillion through tax haven structures between 2010 and 2020. The bridge would have been free. And there would have been change left over. Fox did not attend the ribbon cutting. He was traveling. Business reasons.